Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, this is going to be a very different style of vlog. It's mostly going to be videos and pictures of Joey without me talking in it because I just want you guys to kind of enjoy him like I managed to. Joey was my 16-2 Irish sports horse. He was 6 when we bought him and unfortunately had to be put to sleep in 2020. He battled with kissing spine, and after a spinal surgery we came back and won our first dressage, but unfortunately he then got diagnosed with a neurological disease which we couldn't bring him back from. He'd already been through so much that there was nothing else we could do, unfortunately. But he was my horse of a lifetime. Just watching these pictures, and it's so strange seeing me with a bay horse. It feels like a lifetime ago, even though it was only 2 years ago. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Try and subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. But I'm going to allow you guys to enjoy the video.
Your face in the crowd, I never thought that I would see you tonight. We lock eyes and you smile. Every single memory comes back to life. Your lips pressed against mine after a night out. We got drunk and ended up at your place. From the moment that I saw you, I knew that it was love, bet that you felt the same. Drunk and ended up at your place. That kind of love is not easy to find, babe. I haven't felt that since you went away. Standing here, I need to let you know, what if I had never let you go? Standing here, I need to let you know that I need you tonight. You should know that I miss you. Forgot that feeling, the sun in my face, it's so well needed. Life will take care of the rest. Biking alone in the sunset, through the canal, so the mindset I needed. Yeah, I needed. Oh, let's freeze time, gather around, watch the sun go down. Oh, in summertime, peace within. Running around, are we there yet? Music is not where we all met. Just you and I. Oh, let's freeze time. Gather around, watch the sun go down. Oh, in summertime. Soaking up the sun, cruising around in this crazy town. Oh, just you and I. Just you and I.
Got your letter, guess this is better. You win sometimes, lose sometimes, no need to apologize. It was the distance we had between us. You broke us down in disguise, no need to apologize. Ooh, 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 ooh. But I can't help that I miss you now, and I need to reminisce this cause ooh, 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 ooh. We're still at our moments and they keep coming back to me. I can't help that I miss you now. I can't help that I miss you now. Can't say I like it, but I can fight it. Some things are not meant to be, even if it's hard to see. I'll try to let go, it's not easy, you know. Some things are not meant to be, let's skip the apologies. Ooh, 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 ooh. But I can't help that I miss you now, and I need to reminisce this cause ooh, 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 ooh. We're still at our moments and they keep coming back to me. I can't help that I miss you now. I can't help that I miss you now.
You guys have just seen our 60cm one-day event. We also did a 70 and a few more competitions, but that winter when we were training it became very apparent that Joey was not okay. he started bucking and rearing every time that I rode him, and it got to the point where he got me off one day and we just said, right, enough's enough, this horse is not okay. After some x-rays, as you can see here, they weren't great. He had, I think, 7 vertebrae that were actually touching and had to have open spinal surgery at Dorset Equine with the lovely Ollie, who came down from B&W. Ollie was great, and we really appreciate everything he ever did. Here is his spine all stapled together, and my mum, being my mum, actually took the little pot of bone home, so we had that in our house for a long old time. But yeah, we were on our way to starting the very long process of spinal surgery rehab, which, you know, was fun. Not what we had planned for that year, but there we go. So you're probably thinking, how did we get to kissing spine as a diagnosis? Well, we actually had him scoped for ulcers originally, and when that came up with nothing, our vet said, look, there's one thing that we can try. It may exclude his back on insurance afterwards, but like, he is showing every single sign of this, and that happened to be it. So the video you're watching here is our last ever dressage test together. Well, second to last technically, because we did another class after this. But this class we actually won, which was crazy because me and Joey were always in the kind of 4th, 5th, 6th, sometimes 3rd if we were lucky, on the odd occasion a bit higher up on that if there wasn't that many people in the class. But he just used to hold so much tension in himself that we couldn't quite get those high marks to ever win. Whereas because he had had the operation, he was just so much more free moving that, yeah, I guess he just wowed the judges this day. We came 4th on our other test, but that was because he was spooking at stuff, the silly old boy. But yeah, unfortunately it did go downhill after this test. Even when we got to the end of this day, he became very agitated, he did not want me on him anymore. And after that we started cantering in the rehab process at home, started jumping again, and yeah, it all kind of went a little bit downhill after this day. So he really tried his heart out for me in this test, and yeah, it's nice to have that. It's nice to have that first place rosette to kind of show everybody that he always could have done it, and if he didn't have this awful problem, then he would have been the most amazing horse, and he still is. Like, I love everything about him, so yes. Now, unfortunately, as I said, it did go a bit downhill from here. We found out he had a muscle spasm, so we ended up having an injection, which we actually had to import from Holland. So that was, you know, really fun. And then it kind of started getting sticky again. My God, he was such a mud. This was actually my last ride on Joey, I believe. We were testing the waters. After his injection, it hadn't been smooth running. He kind of felt better for a little bit, and then it just started going downhill again. So this was kind of our last port of call before we went back to the vets. And what this doesn't video is he just absolutely hated it by the end and wanted me off. So back up to B&W Equine Vets we went, which is where these clips are from, and we kind of knew what was happening the next day. We ended up staying overnight, but by this point I'm just singing in the stable to him, enjoying every last moment I could. We were only meant to be going up there for the day, and after having some neuro tests from the lovely Dickie, it became very apparent that Joey probably wouldn't be coming home. We had to stay over overnight so that he could have an MRI, which is where he's off to now. I'm going to try not to cry, but yeah, Dickie basically said to us, he's got this problem and we're going to have to MRI him tomorrow just to prove to the insurance company that while we're putting him down, we just want to double check what we think is right anyway, but this is basically what's happening. I've slowed this bit down so that I can talk, and I'm not going to look at the screen so I don't cry. I'm going to look at the reports, and basically the report of his diagnosis was that he had compression of the intervertebral nerves. Basically they have vertebrae going through their neck, and through their neck they should have intervertebral gaps, and the nerves from the nervous system travel through this out to the skin, and basically Joey's were being pinched. He had half, if not less than half, of a normal sized gap between each vertebrae, whatever it is. I'm not really going to explain this, and it was 2 years ago and I was in a state, so I didn't really listen in the first place. But yeah, basically every single nerve in his neck was being pinched beyond any kind of pain that it should have been. And he had, in the neurological examination report, it says severe hypoflexia, which is increased skin muscle twitch response, and some other word that I can't read, which is magnification of conscious perception of light skin touch over an area comprising of shoulder, withers, and the front 2/3 of the trunk. Dickie didn't do some of the tests because he thought it was dangerous, and yeah, in the end, after the MRI results, I wish I could get the pictures up for you, but I can't. It just showed how much pain he must be in, because they were horrific. Dickie said he's not seen many quite as bad as him, and the fact that he hadn't completely lost his mind by that point was pretty incredible. So we said goodbye that day, and yeah, it was tough, but he was a good lad and he deserved the best. So now I'm going to leave it here so that I don't bore you guys or start crying, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and meeting Joey.
But something about you makes me feel that help me forget about today. I was hoping I could sit with you.